Okay, so welcome to session 5 of SquiggleDAO Curated Trades. This is our last session, and we cannot start this final session without giving credit to Bob Mises. Once again, he was the spark that started the work we've been presenting during the last 10 weeks. So giving credit where credit is due. And now, let's see a little recap of what we've covered during the last 4 sessions. Session 1 was expanding Bob Mises' work defining perfect and full spectrums. We introduced doubles, triples, and rainbows. And one interesting thing is that rainbows and triples, besides being the most colorful normals and triple spectrums respectively, are also the top 10 most colorful squiggles, if we exclude hypers and fuzzies. So if we sort all squiggles, excluding hypers and fuzzies, from most to least colorful, the 2 rainbows and the 8 triples will appear on top. They will be the top 10. Session 2 was a deep dive on fuzzies, so similar work to session 1, but just focus on fuzzies. Something interesting is that the 5 full spectrum fuzzies are full spectrums in their own right. So by applying Bob Mises' formula, they would fall into that category. If we just, let's imagine we just take squiggles with 256 color hues as perfects and those within 1% of perfects as fulls, apply no other filter, these 5 fuzzies, these 5 full fuzzies would be full spectrums. Then, after looking through really colorful squiggles, session 3 was about monochromes and rainbows, the 2 ends of the spectrum. First, we introduced the most monochromatic squiggles, we call them monochromes, and by definition, those will always be slinkies and pipes. Then, we introduced the most monochromatic normal squiggles. Also, as part of session 3, we showed you the most colorful squiggles of each type. And something worth mentioning is that all of them, with the exception of the 2 rainbow normals, can see squiggles minted in the remaining mints with more color hues than the ones we have here, which tells us how special the 2 rainbow normals are. And session 3, we also introduced rainbow shorties, which are the combination of the lowest number of segments, that's 12, for short squiggles, and lowest color spread, which is 5, for maximum color hues. So this results in very clean and colorful squiggles. There are just 9, and in our opinion, they deserve to be highlighted. They are all beautiful pieces. Session 4, we introduced excels and tolls. Excels are squiggles with 20 segments, the longest possible. There are only 32, and as you can see, they look really complex and interesting. And tolls are those squiggles with height 4, and they are pretty rare. There are just 44, but this is just a metadata rarity. We cannot find any visual difference between these 44 pieces and all the rest of squiggles that are height 3. Also, as we've seen some collectors looking for squiggles that are as close to a perfect as possible without paying the perfect or full spectrum premiums, we checked for squiggles that are within 2, 3, and 5% of perfect. Session 4, we also celebrated trades that have been already elevated by the community, like single and double digits, day zeros. We highlighted some interesting rips, including Snowfrost's favorite amongst the whole collection, that gray worm, and a selection of squiggles with cool aesthetics. Okay, those were the 4 sessions. And where can we see these trades? How can we see these pieces? Of course, at SquiggleDAO.com, in the Trade Explorer that Archaideus has built. Article has also included them as a filter. And another marketplace is working on it and will hopefully have an announcement soon. Okay, so that's everything from us. Wait. We do have one more thing. So, as some squiggles look really similar, we decided to check as a last check whether any squiggles have identical metadata. And we found some. We call them twins, and these are squiggles that have the same DNA, only different shape. And by the same DNA, we mean that every aspect of the metadata is the same. Starting and ending color, height, direction, segments, everything. As you can see, there are pretty monochromatic twins, like this green and blue pair, or like this pink pair. In this case, even the shape is almost identical. There are more colorful twins as well. Other twins have a chunky brother, and these two might be my favorite pair. There are twins that show you how they look with and without the rib. There are also slinky twins, bolt brothers, Fuzzies, and a rare pipe and a slinky pair, both with 50 steps. And one of the most incredible pairs, to finish with the twins, 2 full spectrum twins. So these two have exactly the same metadata, and on top of that are both full spectrums. Something worth mentioning, currently there are 165 pairs of twins, so 330 squiggles in total, and only 3 owners have twins. Only 3 people have both pieces of a pair. And we would like to end with the most amazing of it all, the only set of triplets. So these might look a bit different amongst themselves, but they do have exactly the same metadata. So pretty cool. Okay, after 10 weeks, this is it from us. I hope you've enjoyed these 5 sessions as much as we have enjoyed doing this research. And just to emphasize that we are not trying to impose any of these traits. We are just highlighting pieces that we find interesting and cool, and we are just celebrating squiggles because we love them. We've bought some pieces because that's our mission, to build not only a big collection of squiggles, but also an interesting one, adding pieces that tell a story. And we keep listening to the community. So if these or other traits get traction, we'll add them, cover them, and celebrate them. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you so much.